I hope this video finds you doing well. I wanted to hop on and share some things that I've been thinking about and that I shared with my fellow health coaches yesterday just during a time of community. When I was getting my thoughts together for them, I thought what summarizes at least what's going on with the Hudsons right now is the world is in chaos, my house is in chaos, but my home is perfect. And so I thought, what is that? I wanted to explain to you what that means. Obviously, we know about the world being in chaos and what that looks like. But my house is in chaos because we are undergoing a pretty massive renovation. It was already well underway before COVID-19 struck. And I haven't had a kitchen for over a month. And y'all know I love to cook, and so we've had to be really creative. We've been able to manage at home without having a kitchen, and we've only been out to eat pre-COVID-19 even 4 times total during that entire month. And 2 of those times were after church on Sunday, which we probably would have done anyway, but that's a whole nother story. When I think about that my home is perfect, things are not perfect here right now because of the renovations. I'm living out of boxes. I'm in the process of having to pack my entire house up. But that means I'm doing some productive things. But when all of this hit, we put a temporary wall up just to wall off our home from the renovations that were going on in the addition. And that allowed some work to continue so that we weren't just stuck in the middle of this. And so I kept thinking every day we get hit with more things that we can't do. And we're not really a nation of people that loves to be told you can't do something. And I would put myself in that group. But I'm typically my cup is typically half full, and lately I'd found it had been getting half empty all the time. So I thought, okay, I've got to change that. So what can I control? Well, I can control my mindset, which meant I need to get back into structure. I needed to make sure that I was getting up. I was doing my morning quiet time. I'm a person of faith, so it's really important for me to get up and spend time in the Word, do my daily devotion, just pray and listen to what God has for me. For me, that includes journaling some scripture, and then just planning out my day. I had the kids were at home and things seemed really chaotic, and so I just hadn't been productive, and I had allowed myself to get out of that routine. But so I started getting up. I do my early morning quiet time, and then I make sure that I have my day planned out. I've been bookending my day. So at the beginning of the day, I'm planning out what needs to happen. I've been working from home for a couple of years, and so that hasn't been an adjustment for me, but having my kids around all the time has been, just because I'm tempted to not stay in my structure of work. And then I've also had people outside working, beating and banging. I went to go video this in my office, and all of a sudden in an attic space that's being finished for Callie, there's beating and banging going on, so I couldn't do that. So I'm filming right now from the Hudson's happy little home. We have a playhouse that we built for the kids. Look, I even hung my little wreath on the front door. We have a poo in our window because we're supposed to have a bear as people pass by. Well, I'm in our basement family room, which I won't pan around and let you see all of that right now. But we just try to we don't have very many places that are put together right now. So, but I can steal this little corner away and make this be a put together. So I'm like, okay, there's more than one way to skin a cat, and I'm going to make sure that I get my video done. And so I came to the basement to do it in front of our playhouse. But what else can you do to really help with your mindset? You got to control with what you're putting in your mind, which for me meant I had to limit the amount of news that I'm watching. And I've really changed that starting back in July. I can be a talk radio junkie. I love politics. But I had to really think, was that helping me? Was that making me be a better version of me? And in July, I cut all that out. I started doing podcasts. podcast. I started listening to uplifting things or doing things that helped me with personal growth so that I could better help other people or so that I could invest in people. So, Callie shared with me over the weekend a quote that came from, his name's Edward LeBlanc, and he's a director for Point Guard College. I don't know if any of y'all have ever heard of PG basketball. They're just a set of camps, and they've been doing some online things that the kids can get involved in and just have a sense of community. And she wrote this down and she said, Mom, you're going to love this. And she was right. Stop spending your time and start investing it. We've all been given the gift of time with being forced to be at home. What are you doing with that gift of time? Are you just wasting your time away at the end of your day? Do you have anything to show for it? Are you binging on the news? Are you binging on Netflix series? Or are you investing that time? Today's April 1st. It's a great day to decide I'm going to have goals for the rest of this month. And I'm going to map out what I want to, by April 30, what do I want to have accomplished? So I just encourage you today to realize you can control your mindset. Maybe you need an attitude adjustment. We all do. We are fighting and clawing our way to happy every single day. But you can control what's going into your mind. You can make sure that you're providing some structure for yourself. Make sure that you're getting yourself ready to handle whatever gets thrown at you for the day. And then decide, make part of your day being calling and checking on people, whether that's family, maybe that's mailing an old-fashioned card, handwriting a card and sending a card to somebody. Maybe that's sending somebody a text. Maybe that's just hollering at your neighbor when you go on a walk. But do something so that you're checking on other people. See how you can turn your time. Hey, Sue, thank you. See how you can turn your time from what's going on with me. If I think about me, I can get really depressed and I can think of all the things that I'm missing out on. But start thinking, what can you do that's looking at the we in your world? You have people that you have a sphere of influence over. What can you do to add value to them? You have time. Make sure you're pouring into you so that you can be adding value to others. So I hope that'll help you with just maybe a healthy mindset. I'm going to be going through and sharing some more of these. I may be coming from a happy little playhouse front porch. Make sure that you wave to Pooh as you're virtually walking by right now and you see Pooh propped up in my window. I may be in my office. It's wherever I can find a quiet place, but just make sure that you're thinking about how can you be investing this time so that you have something productive to show for it at the end of the month, and what can you do to be investing in others. I hope you all are blessed. I hope you can find some positives in all of this that is going on. I know just having the slowed down pace of life has been a gift if we choose to receive it as such. I do grieve over what my daughter is missing being a senior. I just talked to a girlfriend whose son was supposed to be getting married in May, and they've had to postpone the wedding. Those big life milestones, those are hard. But we can do hard things. Dig deep. We are better together. Reach out. I would love to encourage you. I'd be happy to pray for you. Shoot me a message, and I'll catch you the next time around. So y'all go have a happy day and do something to make another person's day brighter. Thanks. See you later.